What is going on YouTube? It is FlopFish here and welcome to 30 for 30. This is a series where I will once a day be going over every NHL team's offseason moves, what went wrong in the past season, what went right in the past season, and their keys to the success heading into the 2014-15 season. Today we start things off with the New York Islanders, who coming after a playoff appearance in the shortened lockout season had a relatively disappointing season. They finished 26th in the league with a 34, 37, and 11 record, missing the playoffs by 14 points. The biggest deal, however, for the Islanders season last year was trading away fan favorite left winger Matt Moulson to Buffalo along with their 2015 first and second round picks for highly touted sniper Thomas Vanek. While Vanek brought in some offensive punch, the Islanders failed to impress him as Vanek rejected their extension to him, and they also managed to get very little in return for him at the trade deadline. However, on the flip side of things, the Islanders got huge performances from some of their young guns. Brock Nelson, Calvin DeHaan, and Ryan Strome all made sizable strides in the NHL this season, but late season call-up Anders Lee looked extremely impressive and the Islander to watch in this upcoming season. Also, Josh Bailey had another solid season under his belt. Franz Nielsen was steady as always, and again, Kyle Okposo did his best to make up for Tavares. And speaking of the captain, Tavares played pretty well in his games. He had 66 points in 59 games, and he continues to play exceptional hockey on the bargain of a contract he has. Heading into the offseason, their scouts and management probably got stranded into the Toronto area, which explains most of their offseason moves. First off, they signed forwards Nikolai Kulemin and Mikhail Grabovski, along with defenseman TJ Brennan, all of whom came from the Toronto Maple Leafs organization or have played in it at one point or another. And they also drafted big winger Michael Dal-Cole from the Ottawa Generals with the 5th overall pick, and then used the 2nd round pick they acquired from Montreal in the trade with Vanek to trade up for Joshua Ho-Sang at 28th overall. Now, both Ho-Sang and Dal-Cole will bring a much needed offensive punch and really give their team a lot of depth, especially in the minors, again, and kind of restocking the cupboards, for lack of a better term, with some high-end skill. The team also addressed their goaltending issue by trading for and signing consistently steady goaltender Yaroslav Halak, who replaces the only notable player they lost this offseason in Evgeny Nabokov. Another signing they made was signing Corey Conacher to further add depth to their forward lineup. Now, speaking of depth for their forwards, Kulemin and Grabovski bring much needed depth for their scoring, who, let's be honest, they struggled last year at depth scoring, and they definitely will help round out their forward core. Now, they play dynamite hockey together, and a lot of fancy stat people, a lot of Toronto bloggers and bloggers around the league say that Grabovski and Kulemin play their best hockey together, so who knows how good this combination will be for the Islanders, but rest assured they're going to be putting up some points for them, which, hey, they kind of needed last year, and if they get them this year, who knows what will happen. And speaking of offensive flair, TJ Brennan, who spent the entire past season in the AHL, managed to notch 72 points in 76 games and is a very NHL-ready, talented offensive defenseman, and it definitely will help bolster their power play and along with their blue line. Furthermore, 2010 first-round pick Griffin Reinhart is more than ready for the NHL, and he will definitely improve the Islanders' defensive core. They've added enough scoring and brought in a solid goaltender to be labeled as a playoff contender. As long as Tavares can stay healthy and their young guns continue to step up, expect them to be scrapping it out for playoff spots in the late stretches of the season. I see the Islanders squeaking in at 8th in the Eastern Conference due to their depth and improvements in not only in the forward cores but also on defense and in net. The Islanders did a terrific job of meeting their needs in the offseason this year, getting a solid goaltender, someone who is consistent as can be in Yaroslav Halak. They definitely addressed their lack of scoring from last year and also lack of experience by adding Nikolai Kulemin and Mikhail Grabovski, and they've also bolstered their defense from signing TJ Brennan. Brennan will definitely help out with their power play as well. And by adding in Griffin Reinhart to the main roster, their defense isn't looking as bad as it did last year. It actually looks like a formidable top four. Not the best in the league, but definitely not the worst at the same time. So, what are your thoughts on their upcoming season? Do you think the Islanders can return to the playoffs again, or are they going to fall short? Leave your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching 30 and 30. Stay tuned for tomorrow where we go over the Carolina Hurricanes. As always, take it easy, and I'll catch you guys on the flop side.